What's up, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and none of the above? This is Dio, returning to you with KSL content from our Sinnoh Melee that we're doing. It's our Gen 4 draft tournament. I'm joined by my friend Blaze.
Howdy.
And today we'll be analyzing this game that just took place earlier. This is the first game of the tournament between our pal JustJake and draft noob JoJonase. There's no team preview, so I don't know what mons they brought. So let's look at the rosters real quick, shall we? So Jake's got a roster of Celebi, Raikou, Bronzong, Hitmontop, Drapion, Tauros, Drifblim, Lapras, and Camerupt. Whereas JoJo has the manual rain team with Zapdos, Empoleon, Machamp, Kingdra, Togekiss, Kabutops, Quagsire, Pachirisu, and Shedinja. So what did you think what do you think are some good leads here? Obviously stuff like Celebi and Raikou, always solid to lead with from Jake's side. I think from JoJo, Machamp is a really standard lead. I could definitely see something like a Zapdos or Empoleon though as well. Those seem to match up well against a lot of things. Be very flexible.
Those are the three main leads. Honestly, like I don't know if he's gonna win at all, but Shedinja is such an interesting lead as well. Because if your opponent doesn't have something to hit it with, it's just fortune.
Yeah, interesting thing about Jake's team is he really doesn't have very many Pokemon whose stabs hit Shedinja super effectively. He only got Camel, Drifblim, and Drapion, and two of those are some of his lower tier mons.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. I'm going to watch this from Jake's perspective. So we're going to see, the Machamp versus Raikou lead. So Machamp, really popular lead in Gen 4. And Raikou just makes really good sense because it's really fast and has a lot of good matchups into the rain team. So here I'm expecting him to probably switch out and expecting a Quagsire, or maybe did not want to eat something like a... Does Machamp have Fake Out this gen?
I'm not sure. Let me look.
Machamp, I'm sure, can always tank a hit from Raikou, and I don't know if Raikou wants to take a close combat.
It does not have it.
Okay, whereas we see the first turn Earthquake, so good pivot into the Drifblim there. I just realized I'm not screen sharing with you. That's my bad. Because this game's not
watching along, no worries.
Alright, so then we got turn 2. I'd expect the Drifblim to probably throw out a Will-O-Wisp here, except no, Machamp has Guts, so this could be kind of awkward for him.
Yeah, he goes for it though.
So we see Zapdos come in and show pressure as he goes for the Substitute. Interesting. So Zapdos... Oh, so this might be a turn to go for the Wisp. Yep, as he's behind the safety of the sub, as Zapdos does set up the Rain Dance.
Yeah, manual rain.
Fires the Discharge to get rid of the sub, as he just goes for the Shadow Ball now. I don't know if that... I think I would have gone for the Wisp again. He goes into the Zong, as Zapdos is spamming Discharge. Shows leftovers. And this Zong is pretty tanky. So Zong goes off on the Toxic as he goes into the likely Guts Machamp. So definitely preferred status over Burn on it, I'd say. But still, the Machamp's going to hit like a truck now. See, wait, why did the rain run out? Rain runs out in this gen?
Is it only infinite if they set it? With an
from abilities? I don't know.
I thought it was infinite too. Because it's infinite in Gen 5, right?
Yeah, it is infinite in Gen 5. I know it's infinite when like Obama Snow and stuff sets it. Okay, so we see a nice citrus berry from the Drifblim. Yeah, let us know if you actually understand Gen 4 better than we do.
Because I actually did think it was infinite, but maybe not.
Yeah, so between the Life Orb and the Burn, this Kingdra's going to be going down soon. As we do see the Celebi, I'd expect something like a U-turn to maybe come out. As the Shedinja shows, and the Celebi does not have anything for it based on that switch. Interesting switch into the Bronzong on that. So we see a double into Zapdos, Probably scouting for a potential coverage move. It's a smart Zapdos, always a good middle ground play. Probably going to try to set up the rain here. I'm expecting a Toxic to come out from the Zong. See, actually goes for Heat Wave as Zong just goes up for Rocks. So that's really good chip on the Zong because I feel like that's really like the big tank here. So he loses it to the Heat Wave Zapdos.
Yeah.
And I see JoJo's doing typical noob things where you're annoying on the chat. Sending the Lapras out against the Zapdos is a questionable decision, I'd say. So we've got only one Pokemon left to see from Jake. And in the back from JoJo, I'm expecting probably a Quagsire just for the Raikou. Otherwise, I think Raikou just kind of clicks buttons and kills everything. Especially, I see why Zong went for the Rocks. It's because of Shedinja. Once he showed the Shedinja, the Rocks became more valuable. And I think it actually kills Kingdra after an attack too. See, that was actually good because Zap doesn't have defog.
So I did look, and it says Rain Dance is 5 turns, so maybe it's just a Weather Setter makes it infinite.
A Weather Setter's infinite. That's okay. Well, that really brings down my rating of JoJo's team even more. I thought the Rain Dance was gonna be infinite. So I expect Quag in the back for JoJo, and maybe Kabutops as well, just to have the spinner. Because if he doesn't have the spinner, I think Jake ends up in a really good position, particularly if Raikou's carrying Shadow Ball for the Shedinja. Actually, no, Shedinja's tied to Rocks.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do see the Ice Beam, which does not take out the Zapdos. So he's going to preserve the Lapras as the Zapdos goes for the Rain Dance. That's unfortunate. That's a really good sub. I mean, yeah, the Zapdos has shown 3 of its moves: Rain Dance, Discharge, Heat Wave. Last move's probably Roost. So that's a free sub.
Jake
Calm Mind.
Really good time.
Yeah, this Zapdos is free setup for the Raikou, and he's just doing a really good job of stalling the rain turns out here too. Yeah, so Jake ideally wants to walk out of the situation with rain down and a sub up.
Which he gets.
Yeah, so there's the rain down, and there goes Zap. And he's behind a sub with +1/+1. There's the Kabutops. I think he has to. Yeah, he's gonna be slower, so he can't get the spin off. So Shedinja's gonna get out of here. Resist the Bullet Punch, or the Machamp doesn't even break the sub. That's gonna be game, I believe. Yeah, no Quagsire. At least he's not showing Quagsire.
Only 5 kills since.
And there's the Togekiss. That's gonna be it. I don't know how you don't bring anything for Raikou.
Yeah. Quagsire helped with camera. Everything helped with camera up to Drapion. I felt Raikou. So that was very interesting. Not burn on his part, I guess. But
yeah, I gotta imagine Raikou's last move is probably HP Grass anyways. But still, this is 0 prep for Raikou whatsoever.
I think maybe just definitely dependent on keeping rain up, which there's no like damp rock or anything in this gen, is there? Is that in Gen 5?
I don't know. I think that I think JoJo also should have prioritized getting the spin off once the rocks went up.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had a good opportunity for that. So rocks go up. Let's see what turn. So rocks go up on
because Drifloon died even
on turn 12. Yeah, Drifloon's already dead, so the spin blocker's dead. I feel like he heat waves on turn 12 as the rocks go up. He heat waves again to kill Zong. And that's when he goes into the Lapras. I feel like this turn, instead of discharging the Lapras, he should go into Kabutops and prioritize getting the spin off because the rocker's dead and the spin blocker's dead. And I think he should. And Kabutops comes in fairly comfortably on Lapras because you eat the Ice Beam with the resist. Then you outspeed, you get the spin off. And I think from there, JoJo's actually in a pretty good position because rocks are gone, and the Raikou can't touch the Shedinja. I mean, he doesn't know that Raikou can't touch Shedinja at this point in time, but that's got to be his game plan based on his build. Like, you got to play for the chance of winning, whereas I think what he did is just a guaranteed loss.
I don't know what Jake's 6th Mon was, but I think if JoJo got Kabutops in with Rain, I think Jake definitely would have been on the back foot.
I mean, he does have a fully healthy Celebi.
Yeah. Does Kabutops get X Scissor?
It does.
But we don't know what that Celebi's item was, I don't think.
Yeah, it could very well be the Bug Resist Berry.
He might have had Hitmontop in the back.
Yeah, Hitmontop would have been nice too with the Intimidate.
But
I think
JoJo definitely learned a lot from this game, and he always kind of readjusts his game plans for the next few.
Yeah, I think turn 14 definitely, when it brings the Lapras out, even though it looks questionable into the Zapdos, I think, I don't know, what is the thought process from Jake here on bringing out the Lapras? I think this is really where the game is decided in these handful of turns, is based on the Raikou set. So he brings out the Lapras, and he's going to weaken the Zapdos. I think his better play is to go straight into Raikou here instead of going straight into Lapras. And just sub up in its face. So I think this is a misplay from Jake as well, based on his game plan. Because he probably has HP Grass for the Quag. Yeah, he Ice Beams the Zapdos instead. And then he goes into the Raikou, yeah, because he's going to go Raikou anyways. So the difference is we get in the same scenario, except Lapras doesn't get shown and is at full health, and he doesn't have the Rain Dance up. But I guess Zapdos has more HP. But Zapdos was setup fodder for Raikou anyway, so I don't think that's a problem. Yeah, I think if Jake sends Raikou out instead of Lapras on turn 14, I think Jake wins always. But in consideration of the Lapras, I think JoJo goes Kabutops, and then JoJo has a really good chance of winning. Though Jake's obviously not out of it at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the way it went down, like once the Raikou is in, it's game. Or, I don't know, because the thing is, I think JoJo has to try to calculate a turn where Raikou does not press Thunderbolt and try. But you don't get spin-offs through subs, though. So actually, yeah, it is game once Raikou subs.
Yeah.
Unless he can try to get Machamp in before the Calm Minds hit, and he doesn't die to neutral Earthquake. Yeah, I don't see the discharging. He definitely shouldn't stay in here with the Zapdos. I think this is just losing. I don't know if he has a better play here, but this never wins.
Yeah, I mean that was a really good bang from Jake, and I think he got her in at the perfect time.
It was a really good set in consideration of the manual stalling out the Rain Dance turns and also abusing this Zapdos. What's interesting was he also didn't see an item from Raikou, whereas usually you expect from a substitute set to see leftovers. Kind of curious what he did bring.
Maybe it was Shuko.
And maybe Shuka might be something like an expert belt to try to hit some damage threshold.
Yeah.
Maybe even a magnet could be good.
We'll never know.
Or I could just ask Jake.
I don't know if they posted their sets. I don't think they did.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you, boys, for joining me.
Yeah.
And I look forward to bringing you more games from this tourney.